the importance of timely communication with a client. So, hi guys, my name is Deepak Shukla, founder at the Pearl Lemon Group. We are a business growth and development agency based in the UK, USA, as well as serving clients worldwide. And here today, in day number 25 of 106 days of communications training, we're here to talk about timely communication with clients and what that really means. But before we get into it, feel free to click the link in the description below to get access to 7 additional strategies that are not shared in this training. So look, fundamentally, this is something that, of course, we've touched upon in previous trainings, but it is worthy of an individual video. So I again want to outline some of the key things that are really important to timely communication when it comes to clients. So fundamentally, clients that are kept waiting is just net bad for business. They will leave. Okay. We do live in a world of instant gratification. People do expect an instant response. I definitely am the same. And it is possible largely to give quite quick responses. So I want to walk through, I would like to think the importance is self-evident, but for those who are questioning it, it's safer to assume that if you're used to waiting, 7 minutes to get a ready-made meal and that's what I do as an example. There's healthy versions of it now. I subscribe to a vegan-based food subscription business to get my meals. So stuff like that means that I've got basically a healthy meal that's ready and on the go. So that is my expectation. These videos, as another example, are what, 7 minutes long often. The option to watch them at 1.5x probably is something that happens with a lot of people. You could even jump into WhatsApp, and the default for a lot of messages is 2x, or they've got that option built in. So there's lots of examples where communication is expected to be quick. So then why would you wait or allow a client to wait when there's some concern or question about the campaign? You want to, and this is where the training begins, you want to have rapid fire. Oh, let me just zoom out. You want to have rapid fire responses, okay? So I'll write down RF for rapid fire. So rapid fire is quick, sharp, and ready, okay? Now you don't need to provide, and the reason is in the time of them having a concern or them having a question, your clients are getting pitched constantly, okay? And I think that sometimes people forget this. Your clients are being pitched by other agencies or other companies just like you. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Doesn't matter what industry you're in at all. As soon as they are unhappy, they could look up a old pitch or an old conversation that they've had. Also, if you're not in frequent contact, so let's put that in frequent contact, then you don't build the relationship with the client. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But if you don't have timely communication, which is rapid fire in terms of responses, as well as rapid fire in terms of being proactive, and we'll talk about number 3. Let's add being proactive. Then you can quickly come unstuck when it comes to clients. So rapid fire is when there's a problem, respond immediately. Okay. Now you don't need to have the answer to respond immediately. You can say, look, Frank, I told so you want to have a variety of holding responses. Holding responses. So holding responses are just have them patiently wait, play the elevator music, but make sure that they know when their query is going to be dealt with. So much like when you call a customer service center and they say you are currently number 4 in the queue. Whilst you're here, why don't you look at this as an example? You want some version of that. So when someone sends an email across, you want to say, Frank, this is an excellent question. Let me have a chat with the team and I'll come back to you by the end of day tomorrow. Do you see what I've done there? That saying, Frank, let me have a chat with the team. I'll come back to you with an answer on this or an update on this by the end of day tomorrow. So even that when you don't know when you're going to get a resolution, even when you don't know what is going to be the resolution, you can just say that you'll simply update them so they are aware that you're working on it. Much like when you have the electricity go out or the TV craps out or your local network goes down, you call your local area network provider and they say, we're aware you're experiencing issues in blah, 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 blah. This is a public service announcement to let you know that we are working on it. Much like you have out of office messages, you need to be rapid fire in responding to clients, okay? You need to be rapid fire in responding to clients, okay? Now, The other element is that, and I've already forgotten what FC stands for. Please do comment below what FC stands for. But the importance of this is because your clients are always being pitched, guys. There's someone out there who is approaching your client and trying to take them from underneath your noses. So as soon as fundamentally they don't ultimately hear from you quickly, then they're going to get snatched away potentially by someone else. And the truth is, not only that, there's an abundance of alternative resources out there for them. Okay, there's an alternative abundance, so they could quickly go onto Google and find a company and ultimately just decide, you know what, I'm kind of annoyed. I'm going to really just talk to these guys because I'm annoyed with the current company I'm using, as an example. So there's definitely lots of variations around this when it comes to ultimately ways that they could find someone else. And that's where not being proactive becomes a problem when it comes to timely communication. So not being proactive when it comes to communication is a problem. And also signing up your clients to, the other outside thing, we don't do this well enough, is an email list. Okay, what about industry updates? What about keeping your clients in the know when it comes to things that are going on that could relate to them? So useful industry updates or useful things that are client centric that all of your clients would benefit from is always useful to know. So look, timely communication is massive. If you aren't timely with communication, you will lose your clients because someone else out there will be more timely with their communication than you. So make sure you're doing twice a week check-ins. Make sure that you've got a handle on your happiness of your client. Because if you don't know how happy your client is, if you don't have any general chit chat with them outside of directly what you're doing with work, you will lose them at some point because someone else out there will offer a comparable service, but with much better communication levels, and they'll feel engendered, or they'll just feel like, oh, you know what, I like these guys. These guys are quite good, and Gary doesn't call me as much, and I'm just not as in touch with Gary, and I don't know that I understand what's going on, but I'm not going to say it on email. So you need to communicate with clients, and you need to make it regular, frequent, of course, as well as timely whenever they have a response that comes in. And there you have it, guys. That's timely communication with clients. Please do comment with your takeaways below, as well as like, comment, and subscribe, or if you're enjoying these videos. Thank you so much.